When working in Inventor or any program, it's very important that you always know how to save and you know where to find your documents. Saving is very easy. For the very first time, you can hit this icon, which is a picture of a disk, a floppy disk. I've already been saving this product, so if I click that, it doesn't look like anything happened. For the very first time, you want to be able to choose the name or create a name for your file and make sure you choose the proper location. The very first time you save, since those two things haven't been established, the name of your file or the location of where it's being stored on your computer, when you hit this button, you'll get a dialog box. Once you've saved the first time, the only way to get that dialog box again is to hit Save As, in which case you can make a second copy of your file. Hitting Save or Save As should bring up this dialog box. Down here you choose your file name, as I've done. So I would have typed in U-shaped block. And I'm not going to hit Save yet, but next I'm going to navigate to the folder that I want it to save in. So right in here I can go back to kind of my username for the computer is kind of a base folder where I can access, my desktop, I can access my documents, and I can choose a location. Make sure you use folders that you've created for places to store files. Do not store in folders that already exist on your computer for the programs to work. Let those folders remain intact the way they were created. So here I've created a new folder. How you create a new folder in this dialog box is this folder with that little orange kind of sun or starburst up in the right corner. If you click on that, you can create a new folder. You can give it a name. I'll call this temporary folder. Then you can double click on it to go inside it. Notice it's an empty folder. I just created it. And I could create a new folder inside there even, temporary project. Okay, and then I'll double click on that. I'm inside that, and then this is where this file will get stored. Hitting save. You might get a menu, is this that the selected location is not in the active project. For this course, IED, we're not going to worry about using the active project feature. So yes, just say yes, I want to save it there. I know where I want to save it. Okay, so that saved the file. One thing that's nice to know how to do, I'm going to open my Windows Explorer. Okay, from my taskbar, I clicked on the yellow folder and I brought this back up. And I'm going to make sure that the file I just saved is actually there. Okay, I just created a folder called temp folder. Okay, I went to documents, temp folder. There's my temporary project inside the temp folder, and there it is. A nice thing to know is that if you're unsure if it saved the most recent work you did, you can look at this date modified. How I'm getting that is I'm making sure that my folder view is set to details. Instead of list, you don't get that information. You can change how these things show up in your folder, if it's icons or what. But putting this on details will allow you to see the names of your files in your folder as well as a date modified column. And if you double check that the timestamp and right here the date and time are current from when you just saved, then you know your file saved and it's up to date.